You know, the White House is more than just a building. It's more than 18 acres of land in Washington, D.C.
Millions of Republicans, more all the time, are feeling the pressure. The pressure to vote for the party, to toe the line, to pull the lever the way you always did before.
Joe Biden says he cares about law and order. He says he believes in our institutions, our safety, and the rule of law. So why is Joe Biden publicly appearing on stage with a convicted felon?
Imagine Trump's face turning redder than his tie. Why? The Lincoln Project just dropped a video that's got him madder than a wet MAGA hat in a rainstorm. But here's the kicker. This isn't just any old political ad. It's a comedy roast that's so brutal, it's making stand-up comedians jealous. Want to see the orange man get more roasted than an overcooked Trump steak? Stick around, because we're about to dive into the ad that's got Trump throwing a tantrum bigger than his ego. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. So, what's got Trump's toupee in a twist this time?
Joe Biden says he cares about law and order. He says he believes in our institutions, our safety, and the rule of law. So why is Joe Biden publicly appearing on stage with a convicted felon? In January 2025, the future that generations were warned about will arrive. We know AI will change everything, but a far greater threat is here now. Because that day in January isn't about artificial intelligence. It's about actual stupidity.
The Lincoln Project just dropped a video that's funnier than his attempts at dancing. Picture this, a montage of Trump's worst moments, set to music that would make Darth Vader say, "Whoa, too dark." It's like watching a train wreck, but the train is orange and won't shut up. The ad doesn't just stop at Trump's weird obsession with dictators. It's got a whole parade of Trumpian greatest misses. Remember when Trump suggested we inject bleach to cure COVID? Yeah, that made the cut. It's like they're trying to make a best of the worst album, and Trump's providing all the tracks. But wait, it gets better. They didn't just pick any old clips. They chose the ones that make Trump look like a toddler trying to run a country. You know, the usual. Throwing tantrums, making faces, and saying things that would make a 5-year-old go, "That doesn't make sense." The ad builds up like Trump's ego, but actually entertaining. It's got more burns than a tanning bed in Mar-a-Lago. Each clip gets more ridiculous, painting Trump as an unintentional comedian who can't take a joke. It's like they're roasting him, but instead of a Comedy Central special, it's just clips of him being, well, him. And then, boom, the ad ends with a mic drop moment that's got Trump madder than a wet MAGA hat. Calls him out as the world's worst comedian who doesn't know he's the punchline. It's like they've turned Trump's presidency into a cringe comedy special, and he's the star who didn't get the memo. But hold on to your hairpieces, because Trump's reaction is even funnier than the ad itself. It's like watching a real-life version of Grumpy Trumpy. You can almost see the steam coming out of his ears, his face turning redder than his tie. It's as if someone told him they're replacing all the golf courses with wind farms.
The Lincoln Project salutes Vice President Donald Trump. As Vice President, Trump will finally have the time to do the things that make him happiest. We at the Lincoln Project are confident that Donald Trump understands his position. Elon is smarter, wealthier, more charismatic, has a far superior and more successful social media platform and company. Talk about old movies, playing on his phone, admiring the assets of other men. Meanwhile, President Musk can get down to the business of running the country.
The best part? Trump's meltdown is proving the ad's point better than the ad itself. It's like he's auditioning for the role of Angry Orange Man in a B-movie about a president who can't handle a joke. You'd think after 4 years of being the butt of late-night comedy, he'd have developed a thicker skin, but nope. He's still as sensitive as a sunburned snowflake. It's almost sad, really. Almost. But then you remember all the times he's dished it out, and suddenly, watching him unable to take it becomes hilarious. It's like karma decided to team up with comedy and create the ultimate roast. So what's the takeaway from all this? Well, it seems the Lincoln Project has figured out that the best way to get under Trump's skin isn't with facts or figures, but with humor. They've turned political ads into a comedy roast, and Trump's playing the role of the humorless victim perfectly. Hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because the orange turd is having a meltdown bigger than his ego. You thought the Lincoln Project's ad was funny. Well, Trump's reaction is the real comedy gold here. It's like watching a human Cheeto trying to sue a mirror for making him look orange. So what's got Grumpy Trumpy's knickers in a twist this time? Apparently he's threatening to sue the Lincoln Project over their latest ad, because nothing says I'm a stable genius like threatening legal action over a video that hurt your feelings, right? It's like he's auditioning for the role of angry orange man in a B movie about a president who can't take a joke. But here's where it gets juicy. The more Trump rants about the ad, the more attention he brings to it. It's like he's doing the Lincoln Project's job for them. Talk about backfiring. It's as if he saw the ad and thought, hey, you know what would really show them if I proved their point by having a public tantrum? Good job, Donnie Diapers. You really showed them. Rick Wilson, one of the Lincoln Project's founders, couldn't resist poking the bear. He called Trump's lawsuit threat impotent, flagging, and pathetic. Ouch, that's gotta hurt more than a spray tan gone wrong. But let's be real, is anyone surprised? Trump's skin is thinner than the plot of a reality TV show. And it's not just Trump. His supporters are losing their minds too. It's like watching a cult try to defend their leader's honor, but the leader keeps tripping over his own shoelaces. They're out there tweeting faster than Trump can eat a Big Mac. Each post a little gift to comedians everywhere. It's almost sweet in a bless their hearts kind of way. But here's the kicker. The whole situation is snowballing. The more Trump reacts, the more people watch the ad. It's a vicious cycle of hilarity. It's like he saw the Streisand effect and thought, hold my Diet Coke, I can do better than that. And boy, is he delivering. So what does this mean for Trump's future? Well, if he keeps this up, he might have a promising career as a comedian. Not because he's funny, mind you, but because he's become the world's biggest unintentional joke. He's like a walking, talking punchline factory. Who needs late night comedy when you've got Trump's Twitter feed? But let's get serious for a second. And just kidding. We can't get serious when talking about Trump. The real question is the Lincoln Project's humor actually changing any minds? Or is it just adding to the political circus? Are we all just laughing while Rome burns? Or in this case, while Mar-a-Lago gets raided by the FBI? Some critics argue that this approach of using humor and mockery might not be effective in changing minds. They say it's just adding to the noise of political discourse without fostering meaningful dialogue. To which I say, have you met Trump supporters? If facts and figures worked, we wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. Besides, there's something to be said for the power of laughter. It's like kryptonite to Trump's Superman complex. Every time he loses his cool over a joke, he proves that he's not the strong leader he claims to be. He's more like a toddler throwing a tantrum because someone took away his favorite toy. Except in this case, the toy is the presidency and the someone is the American people. So what's the takeaway from all this? Well, it seems the Lincoln Project has figured out that the best way to get under Trump's skin isn't with facts or figures, but with humor. They've turned political ads into a comedy roast, and Trump's playing the role of the humorless victim perfectly. It's like they've discovered Trump's kryptonite, and it's a well-timed joke. Well, folks, it looks like the Lincoln Project has struck comedy gold once again. They've managed to turn political ads into a roast so spicy, it's making Trump sweat more than a snowman in Florida. And the best part, Trump's reaction is funnier than the ad itself. You know, experts say humor and politics can really stick with people. It's like that joke your uncle tells at every family gathering. Annoying, but you just can't forget it. The Lincoln Project seems to have figured this out. They're not just throwing facts at the wall and hoping something sticks. Nope, they're serving up laughs, and Trump's ego is the main course. But here's the kicker. Trump's not laughing. In fact, he's so mad, he's threatening to sue because nothing says I'm totally not bothered like threatening legal action over a YouTube video, right? It's like he's auditioning for a new reality show, America's Next Top Thin-Skinned Politician. And you know what's even funnier? The more Trump rants about the ad, the more people want to watch it. It's like he's doing the Lincoln Project's marketing for them. Free publicity, courtesy of the orange turd himself. Talk about a self-own. So what have we learned from all this? Well, it seems the best way to get under Trump's skin isn't with facts or figures, but with a well-timed joke. Who knew the key to defeating the mighty Trump was a bit of comedy? It's like finding out Darth Vader's weakness is knock-knock jokes. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. While we're all having a good laugh, some party poopers are saying this kind of humor might not actually change anyone's mind. To which I say, have you met a Trump supporter lately? If facts worked, we wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with funny. So there you have it, folks. The Lincoln Project didn't just roast Trump, they barbecued him with his own tweets as fuel. Next time you're feeling down, just remember, somewhere out there, Trump is probably still seething over a YouTube video, and if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. Stay tuned for more political shenanigans. Who knows, maybe next time Trump will try to sue the internet. Or better yet, check out our next video where we dive into how Trump goes mad after Michelle Obama delivers knockout blow to Trump in must-see SmackDown. Because let's face it, watching Trump lose his cool never gets old. It's the gift that keeps on giving, like a fruitcake at Christmas, but actually entertaining.